Hi, I'm Mike Davis, and thanks for joining us here at the Southern Farm Show on the North Carolina State Fairgrounds in Raleigh. I'm joined by Jim Otte. Jim is with SFP. You're the regional manager for the Carolinas, Georgia, and Florida. Jim, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
You have a product that I think a lot of people would like to know about, especially in today's environment. And it's got what I would think would be kind of a funny name, but there's a reason for it. It's called More Than Manure. I think you call it MTN for short. What is that all about?
Yes, sir. This is a product that we introduced 2 years ago into the market. There's over 22 million acres of manure applied nationwide every single year, and there was a definite need to improve the efficiency of the fertilizer that's in the manures.
Sure.
And we have products called Avail and Nutrisphere for fertilizers that have been sold, for the last 5 to 7 years, that have been very effective as far as making fertilizers more efficient. And we wanted to do exactly the same thing for manures. And it's been a product that we're seeing more side benefits the more people are using the product.
Tell us about some of the efficiencies that farmers are able to achieve with MTN.
Well, one of the problems with manures is phosphate fixes in the soil very easily, and it's hard for the plant to take it up. And a man that puts manure on year after year will get very high phosphate levels built up in their soil, which can leach off into the streams and the lakes. What we have is Avail by being in the More Than Manure product. It protects the phosphate that's in the manure and allows it to move into the plant easier and not fix into the soil as badly, to where a plant can utilize it, be healthier, and have a better root structure, so it actually can utilize more of that residual phosphate that's been applied for years and a plant hasn't been taking it up. There's also Nutrisphere that's in this More Than Manure product that stabilizes nitrogen. It will go ahead and help protect nitrogen so it isn't as volatile into the air, and also it won't move off into the streams, into the lakes, and stay where you put it. With our palmers, Avail, Nutrisphere, and More Than Manure, this palmer will last out in the soil for up to 10 to 12 months. So that's a real advantage when you can go ahead and add More Than Manure into the manures, and know that if you put it out early, it's still going to protect it for when they do plant the crops, and it can be taken up.
I think one of the things that you're finding, though, in addition to great benefits for the farmer, is that you're finding benefits for the neighbors next door too. Tell us how that works.
Well, you see, there's a lot of people that have elected to move out into the country that probably have no country roots and have never experienced manure being applied near where they live. They want to be having the suburb life, but they're more out in the country. And chicken litter, turkey litter, and some of the manures can have a lot of free ammonia, which is what they're smelling. And More Than Manure reduces the amount of free ammonia, so you don't have near the odor that a lot of the neighbors complain about. And this has been a side benefit that farmers now are having a lot happier neighbors, because they're not having that potential odor get into some of these different houses.
A lot of farmers have older lagoons.
Yes,
that they're still using, and you found that MTN has had some great benefit there. Tell us about that.
This has been surprising. When you pour it into a lagoon or a pit, some of them that have a lot of age have got a lot of sludge that has settled over time.
Sure.
This More Than Manure product will go ahead and bring up a lot of the solids and liquefies it to where it's more consistent from the top to the bottom of the lagoon. So now farmers are able to pump their entire pits out, get it out into the fields that can be utilized for the crop. And this has been a real advantage as far as being able to the handling of these manures.
And we're talking about some real cost savings.
Absolutely.
For farmers there as well.
Absolutely. Chicken litter, turkey litter, when it's a dry manure situation, the manure has to actually be applied to the field dry, and then they have to come back within 48 hours and they spray the More Than Manure with either water or liquid nitrogen, and then it seals the field. Unlike the liquid manures where you just pour it right into the pits. So that's a different way of handling it. It's the same rate, 18 ounces per acre is all it actually takes for it to work in either application. So that is, what it actually does.
SFP has done a lot of research on this product in the Chesapeake Bay area. Tell us what are some of the side effects that you found there, or some of the direct effects that you were looking for.
Well, you see, around the Chesapeake Bay, you see they're always concerned about not increasing the algae bloom. And phosphate, is something that really tends to enhance that bloom. So we don't want to try to allow this manure to move off the fields. And they are very interested in farmers being able to utilize the phosphate in that soil and in that manure more efficiently. And that is why we have really done a lot of testing in that area to show them that this is going to help, with their concerns.
And in the hog slats, you're seeing a much reduced level there of the ammonia, I believe.
Yes.
So much so that the workers in there can, they're having some benefits as well.
This was a very surprising side benefit that we have seen by pouring more of the manure into these lagoons that are underneath the houses.
Sure.
Where the hogs are on slats. We've noticed a large difference in the ammonia level in the house, so we started to go ahead and monitor it. And we've had hog houses that are started out at 75 parts per million free ammonia, and after we added the more the manure, it would drop it down to 17 parts per million just within a matter of hours.
Wow.
And if you can make that a healthier and better environment for the hogs to go ahead and grow better, and for the workers to work there, it's nothing but a real advantage.
It's called More Than Manure, MTN. If people want more information about it, what do they need to do?
They can get on our website, sfp.com, and it has a lot of testimonials and yield data that really explain how well the product is actually performing.
Jim Otte is the regional manager for SFP in the Carolinas, Georgia, and Florida. Jim, thanks so much.
Thank you.